Elroné venter, hoërskool is moed, graad 10, Gauteng, social media steals your time. Alexis Carey Ohanian, American internet entrepreneur and investor, co-founder of Reddit, spoke only the truth when he said, "It takes discipline not to let social media steal your time." Ladies and gentlemen, do you feel you are spending too much time on social media? Well, you are not the only one. Research shows that most conversations take place over texts. Most arguments happen over phone calls. Most shares are liked on Instagram, and most feelings become status updates. Chairperson, are we becoming slaves to social networking then? A world which is virtual reality, and virtually the only reality, where nothing is real and meaningful. Firstly, we lose ourselves in the whirlwind of instant messaging, where the intent and meaning of communicating with the person is completely lost and misunderstood. It is almost as there is a veil worn behind which you sit and write. It is a double-edged sword. There is also the world of image sharing, where holiday images are becoming almost mandatory to share. Dressing every day is just so one looks good on the web. Everyday mundane and trivial activities are being published to garner likes from strangers and friends alike. Does this validation fall akin with how you really are in the moment then? Or to gather enough likes, a plethora of pictures are taken and deleted till the one that is most appropriate is then shared? It doesn't just lead to a lot of time invested in uploading or texting on the sharer's part, it becomes grossly overused on the audience's part too, as they partake in this make-believe world of others. No wonder such a large population is getting depressed. On the website Forbes.com, 24 August 2018, in the article 6 Degrees of Addiction, Mark Scaffer, a well-known author, lists some of the ill effects of social media. It's addictive, it triggers more sadness than well-being, comparing our lives with others is unhealthy, it can lead to jealousy and a vicious cycle, we get caught in the delusion that it will help, and more friends on social media doesn't really mean you are more social. Of course, social media then does play its part in keeping the world connected, something which we had never imagined. We are mindlessly scrolling through other people's feeds and affecting ourselves psychologically without even realizing it. A few minutes can become an hour, and one person's page can lead to several more. 6 degrees of separation is becoming virtually no degree of separation, and atlases and encyclopedias have given way to Google and online everything. As convenient a platform as it is, moderation then is key, like in most things. Second, in the time of COVID, we have all fallen victim to social media addiction. It is time for us to make a healthy lifestyle change that will affect our mental and overall physical well-being. Social media has connected so many. It has also disconnected us from reality, human interaction, and self-worth. It has everyone walking through life with rose-colored glasses on. Do we care what other people think because we actually care, or because of the reward of social media likes or views? We all now have to receive immediate validation for every action we take. Our sense of being present has taken a back seat. Our sense of doing what we want and being who we are through social media has become more important than living our truth. The actress Katie Perpel did a study in 2021 and wrote in the article, "Let's Connect Through Disconnection," that we spend at least 3 hours a day on social media. That is, 3 hours a day we can spend feeling that our lives do not match up to the pictures or posts we see. That is enough to send anyone into a downward spiral. It's not about completely cutting out of one's life, but taking control. We need to get back to enjoying human contact, adventures, and hobbies. We need to get back to embracing what we love for love, not for the likes. Lastly, it detaches us from typical socialization. I would argue that 21st century audiences, and especially the younger generation, fail to understand the concept of moderation. Hence, social media becomes integrated into our everyday lifestyle. According to rifemagazine.co.uk, 23 March 2022, 25% of people in the past year, aged 18 to 44, cannot remember not having their phone with them at all times. What I find even more striking is the fact that according to an Ofcom study in 2014, the British spend more time on social media than sleep. Aided by a technological and convergence-based revolution, I believe we are heading for a social media overload. Social media is a great way to keep in touch with friends and family, but don't let it become an unhealthy obsession. Keep in mind that what we see online is only a small part of others' lives. Some psychologists have suggested that overuse of social media causes narcissistic qualities among young adults. Furthermore, overconsumption can increase the likelihood of depression or anxiety. In conclusion, there is a vast array of evidence that would suggest that social media has more of a negative effect on 21st century audiences than it does positive. Ladies and gentlemen, spend some time each day away from your screen. Find a good balance. Make a mental effort to stop comparing yourself with others and remind yourself that everyone is struggling with their own battles, even if you can't see them. Be kind to yourself and those around you, and you'll find that your days get a little bit better. Chairperson, you'd be surprised how much you miss when you're too busy with your phone. Time is precious. It's a non-renewable resource, and there's nothing we can do to make it last longer or slow down. The question is, are we being wise with our social time? Don't let it overtake you.